good morning. It's Uncle Lou here. Yep, that's right. It's me, Uncle Lou.
The following announcement has been paid for by the Uncle Lou World Order.
Good morning. Uncle Lou here. Tired of waiting on me to respond to you in the comments section here on LouTube? Come to Facebook and get trolled by Uncle Lou in real time. Search for the Facebook group 100% True SEC Fans. And argue with Uncle Lou 24 hours a day without waiting. You don't even have to be an SEC fan. Whatever team you are. Search for the group on Facebook, 100% True SEC Fans. Here's a picture for you. And tell them Uncle Lou sent you. Have a great day. Hey, good morning. It's Uncle Lou here. Yep, that's right. It's me, Uncle Lou, live for you on LouTube today. Thanks for watching. Yep, gonna do the SEC preview today, so gonna go through each SEC game this week, give you some thoughts about it, a prediction, a little bit of gambling advice for you too. Yep, now whether you take that or not is up to you. Of course, disclaimer as usual, whatever money you lose, completely on you. Whatever money you make, you have to send 20% to Uncle Lou. Yep, just fair. Anyway, yeah, go join that Facebook group. Make sure when you search for it, you type it in the right way. There's a bunch of other groups with similar names. So pause the video at the beginning where I put the picture up of that group. It's 100% True SEC Fans. Make sure it's that group with that cover photo and that amount of members. What was it, 15,000, whatever it was. That's the one. I'm in a bunch of other groups too. They're all good in their own way. But join that one. See how you like it, and then if you want to get in some other groups, you'll see me in there, I'm sure. You can let me know, and I can get you in some others if you want. But anyway, let's get right to the previews today. Going to do it like I always do. Start with the early games, work my way up to the night games. Wrote the games down like I normally do. Yep, so if you see me looking at the piece of paper, that's what I'm looking at. Wrote the games down in the order that they're being played. I don't have my contacts in today either, so if you see me staring at the paper like this here, that's why. I'm blind as a bat, can't see. Where's the, I don't even know where the camera is. Is it over there? Is it over there? No, right there. Yeah, how you doing? Good morning. Yep, all right, let's go. Some noon games. Florida at South Carolina. Of course, Florida 3-5, absolutely demolished last week by Missouri. As big of a Florida hater as I am, I did not see that coming. You never really know how a team's going to respond. You fired a coach mid-season like that. But look, it's not like Randy Shannon. I mean, he's been a head coach before at Miami, Power 5 team. So it's not like he had no experience in terms of running a team or a program and game preparation and things like that. I did not see the wheels falling off like that. I'll just be completely honest. I did not see that coming. I did not think Florida would come out and look that unprepared, that bad, that uninterested. It just looked like they really didn't care and just weren't trying at all. Just got ran off the field. They play at South Carolina. South Carolina 6-3, coming off a loss, of course, last week at UGA. 14-point loss, right, 24-10. Back home this week to take on the Gators. Two teams right now with two totally different mindsets and outlooks on the season, okay? South Carolina, listen, regardless of what South Carolina fan tried to tell you last week, they did not really expect to beat UGA, okay? But they're 6-3. And again, regardless of what they tell you, they're pretty happy with that, okay? After the last couple of years they've had two losing seasons in a row, a 3-win season, and then last year 6-7 after losing their bowl game. To be 6-3, with a shot to finish really as high as 9-3. I don't think that's going to happen. I could see them probably finishing 8-4, though. If they can win a bowl and get to 9 wins, you know, how is that not good if you're a South Carolina fan? Florida, on the other hand, of course, expects to win the East every single year. That's the expectations down there. The wheels have completely fallen off. There is no way for Florida to salvage their season at all. They're not even going to make a bowl game. Hard to pick Florida in this game for a lot of different reasons. Carolina's favored by 7. They're going to win by more than that in this game. Like I said, Florida has given up. It's at Carolina. Look, in the beginning of this year, when I thought Florida was going to be pretty good, I had this as a toss-up game, okay? There's no way South Carolina loses this game now, in my opinion. 7 points doesn't even seem like enough to me. If I was going to bet this game, I'd lay the 7 for sure and take Carolina. I think Carolina, although always disappointed with a loss, I think they're a little, they're not devastated because they lost by 14 to UJ. Let's put it that way. And I think they're probably pretty confident coming off of that loss to UGA, actually. And I think they take care of business big time against Florida. I just, no way on earth I can pick Florida after what I saw last week. Was it a one-week meltdown because of the Jim McElwain thing and Randy Shannon first week back on the horse type of deal as a head coach? I don't think so. I really don't. Is that a possibility? Sure, Florida could come out and play the best game they played all year. I don't see it happening. Take Carolina, give the 7 points. You got another noon game here. Arkansas at LSU. Arkansas 4-5. Almost lost to a 1-win Coastal Carolina team last year. How does Brett Bielema still have a job? I don't know. This fat guy from the Big Ten, Burt, doesn't know what he's doing, hasn't known what he's doing. He's been over his skis, in over his head, drowning, whatever analogy you want to use. The guy has been a complete disaster at Arkansas. There is no other way to explain Brett Bielema's 5 years at Arkansas. He got to Arkansas the same time Lyle got to Tennessee. At least Lyle had a couple of good years, 8-9 win, whatever it was they got. Some hope pumped into that program. Arkansas has just done nothing the entire time Burt has been there. Athletic director there, Jeff Long, for whatever reason, is in love with Burt. I don't know why. He loves this guy. You hardly ever hear the administration, athletic, nobody over there wants to say anything bad about Burt. I don't know if he's got dirt on some of those. I don't know what it is. Is he a nice guy? Maybe. Nice guys don't always win football games, which is the number one. If you look at the job description of a college football coach, there's a lot of job responsibilities that go along with that. But number one on the list is winning football games. Burt's not doing it. The guy needs to be fired. If Arkansas doesn't fire Burt Bielema, that tells me they don't care at all about their football program. They're playing at LSU. Of course, LSU coming off a loss to Alabama. 24-10. LSU actually played pretty good in that game. They just couldn't get in the end zone. They outgained Alabama. They won the time of possession. They had more first downs. They really limited it, Alabama's offense, running and passing, really. But point of a football game is to score points and win. Alabama did a better job of that. LSU sitting at 6-3. This game's at LSU. Yeah, it's a noon game. So, if you're wanting to bet LSU in this spot here, you'd rather it be a night game. But it's at noon. LSU 6-3, a 17-point favorite. I probably wouldn't bet this. I mean, LSU's going to win the game. There's no doubt about it. They could win by. It wouldn't surprise me at all. They won by 40 points. I'm not sold on LSU's offense to the point where I can give up this amount of points. I think to Arkansas. I wouldn't bet Arkansas either. I just wouldn't bet this game. I think 17 is probably a little bit too high. If I might would bet it for 16. You say, well, what one point difference? What does that make? Well, there's a big difference between 16 and 17 if you understand how football scores work. 2 touchdowns and a field goal, a lot different. 17 to 16. You see what I'm saying? If you don't, you got no business gambling. I stay away from it though. Real talk. Another noon game. Louisiana Lafayette at Ole Miss. Louisiana Lafayette 4-4. Ole Miss 4-5. What Ole Miss team is going to show up? Who knows? I don't know. Wasn't it the Ole Miss Arkansas game? Ole Miss was up 25, 30 points or something like that on them. Am I thinking of the right game? And then Ole Miss gave it away. Anyway, you don't know what you're getting with Ole Miss. They've got no coach. They've got no reason to play. They're ineligible for postseason. The NCAA literally has the hammer. Where is it? I might have one here, actually. I usually keep a hammer pretty close because you never know when I might need it. Of course, I don't have my glasses on, so I don't see it. But trust me, there's a hammer here. But anyway, the NCAA literally has the hammer hanging over Ole Miss's head. It's the official Uncle Lou prediction. I've mentioned this a couple of times before. They're fixing to announce some serious sanctions for Ole Miss in the next few weeks. They're going to wait, I think, till after Thanksgiving, after the Egg Bowl, after the Ole Miss-Mississippi State game. They may even wait till after championship week, so it could be as late as the second week in December. But once that Egg Bowl is over, you're going to be on sanction watch, Ole Miss, because the hammer is coming down on you. They've got no reason to play. Can't recruit. Who in their right mind is going to go there? Nobody. They're not paying you anymore and fixing to be under sanctions. So, no real reason to go there. Yeah. That being said, obviously, Ole Miss wins this game. They're favored by 20. They probably win it by more than that. Ole Miss has got a good offense. They've got, a bunch of 6'4" receivers. They can get the passing game going. They could easily win this game by over 20. So, if you're a degenerate gambler, which is really the only reason to bet this game, then you can give the 20 points to take Ole Miss. Of course, 3:30. You got Georgia at Auburn. Talked a little bit about that yesterday. Georgia's going to win this game. This game will probably be close. And I'm not going to lie. This is probably the second best team we've played outside of Notre Dame. And it's definitely the most balanced, well-rounded offense that we've played. Jarrett Stidbaloney, not elite, but a better passer than Wimbush at Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame is a better running team than Auburn. They're like the #1 running team in America, Notre Dame is. But Auburn likes to run the ball, too. They're pretty balanced. I think they're averaging over 200 a game rushing and over 200 a game passing. So pretty balanced team. Good defense. Probably the best defense we played. Better than Notre Dame for sure, defense-wise. Hard to compare what UJ did at Notre Dame, though, to this game at Auburn. That was way back in week 2. And that was Jake Fromm's first start ever of his career. Of course, he did play week 1 after Easton got injured, but that was at home against App State. So to go on the road week 2 at Notre Dame, a lot different Jake Fromm today than what we saw then. I do think we'll have to pass the ball in this game to move the ball consistently, especially to complete some third downs. Auburn's probably going to put us in some third and longs. That's just being real. It's not that I think we can't run on Auburn. I think we can run on Auburn. But there will be some series where, first and second down, we end up with third and long type of deals. Fromm's going to have to convert. I think he'll do it. I think UJ wins this game somewhere in the neighborhood of 28-21, 28-20, 27-17, somewhere in that range there. Now, honestly, it doesn't matter. This game only matters for Auburn. I mean, let's just be real about it. Auburn's season is on the line in this game. They are playing for everything. Gus Malzahn is in a situation where, depending on what happens over the next 2 or 3 weeks, he could be fired. He could come close to getting fired. He could win the West. He could potentially win the SEC. Small chance they could make the playoff. I mean, they're playing for everything. Auburn and Gus Malzahn have lost to Georgia and Alabama 3 years straight. 0 for their last 6, Auburn is, against their 2 big brothers, Georgia and Alabama. If he loses to Georgia and Alabama again, I don't see any way he keeps his job at Auburn. Just my opinion. I don't think you can be a coach at Auburn and lose 8 in a row between Georgia and Alabama and keep your job. I don't see how that could happen. Georgia, of course, undefeated. So plenty of motivation to stay undefeated. Now, I'm personally of the belief, why not just rest all our starters? Who cares? Let Auburn win. We'll go out and beat Kentucky and Georgia Tech like it's nothing. I mean, they're crap teams. And then roll into Atlanta healthy for the SEC championship game, beat Alabama, and let's be real. If we lose this game to Auburn and then beat Kentucky and Tech, which is happening, and then win the SEC championship game against either Auburn or Alabama, whoever ends up there, we're still going to the playoff. Now, I know that's not going to happen, and I'm sort of being facetious when I say that, but the point is, Auburn has everything to play for in this game. Their season is on the line, and Gus Malzahn's job could potentially be on the line. Georgia's going to win this game. Malzahn has a history of choking in big games, just hasn't played well. He gets way too, I don't know if he gets nervous, too cautious, he get too conservative, whatever it is. And I haven't seen anything this season that makes me think any differently. Georgia used to suffer from the same disease. Yep, of course, we sent that virus away to South Beach. Yep, plenty on that game tomorrow, Miami, Notre Dame. But, yeah, anyway, way too much there. But, yeah, Georgia wins this game somewhere in the neighborhood of 27-17, 27-20, 28-21, something like that there. All right, you got a 4 o'clock game, Kentucky at Vandy. Kentucky, of course, 6-3. Vandy, 4-5. Why is Vanderbilt favored in this game? I don't know. Now, I told you Ole Miss was going to beat Kentucky, and they did. And that wasn't a popular pick. But it turned out to be true, and I just had a feeling about that game. And sometimes, if you watch a lot of college football, you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you just get a feeling, especially if you watch a lot of football, that one team is just going to beat another team. Well, I have another feeling about this game, and it is Kentucky's going to win. Vanderbilt, you know, I didn't expect them to be elite this year. I thought they would win 6, 7, possibly 8 games. That's not happening. They just weren't as good as what I thought and what most people thought they would be. Kentucky, on the other hand, has pretty much lived up to their ceiling for this year. They still have a potential, you know, to have what for Kentucky would be considered a really good year. And I expect Kentucky to win this game, and I honestly don't think it'll be close. I don't know why Vandy is favored by 2.5. If you're scared for some reason, then you can take the 2.5 and bet Kentucky. I would just bet this game on the money line outright for Kentucky to win. I can't see Vanderbilt winning this game. I don't know what I'm missing here, but I just can't understand why Vandy's favored in this game. That's 4 o'clock. 7 o'clock, Alabama at Mississippi State. Good game here. Alabama got a lot of injuries, especially at the linebacker position. Now, no one's going to feel sorry for Alabama when it comes to injuries. I mean, they've got 5 stars backing up 5 stars, 2 and 3 deep in some positions on that roster. No one's going to feel sorry for them. You never want to see anybody get injured, you know, so I hate that the guys are injured or whatever, but as far as trying to use that as some sort of excuse as why Alabama might struggle or something like that, there is no excuse. You're bringing in 5 stars to replace banged up 5 stars. No one's going to feel sorry for you. Mississippi State, sort of an odd season. Huge win against LSU, blowout win. Then, of course, 2 blowout losses on the road to Georgia and Auburn. But Mississippi State is a above-average team. They're not a great team, but I would consider them to be a good team. Can they move the ball on Alabama? I don't know. They're going to have to find a way to pass the ball. They're not going to be able to just line up and run it at Alabama. They couldn't run it against Georgia at all, so we'll see if they can run it at all against Alabama. Missing some of those linebackers may hurt them a little bit, I guess. Even if it doesn't hurt them from a talent standpoint, maybe they see a little bit of a drop-off in terms of experience. Nick Fitzgerald can be dangerous if he gets going. I don't expect him to just run wild on Alabama, though. The game's at Mississippi State, which helps. Plenty of cowbell. Yeah. Now, I feel like I should pick Alabama to win this game, of course. What's the spread here? The spread is 14. Every week I pick a couple of games where I say keep an eye on this one if you're looking for some sort of an upset or something like that. Alabama, not typically the team that gets caught sleeping or napping or something like that. I haven't picked Alabama as my upset special any this year. I've picked them to win every game they've played, and I'm not sure I would pull the trigger and bet here. But I'm gonna list this as one of my games this week just to keep an eye on. The injuries. It's on the road at Mississippi State. They definitely play better at home. Dan Mullen always been a better home coach at Mississippi State than he has on the road. So I'll put this in the keep an eye on it category, but I don't expect Alabama to lose this game. So don't trip up, dumps. Yeah, now Georgia, of course, clinched the East already. I don't know what Alabama's waiting on. We're going to do Alabama a favor. We're going to beat Auburn and win the West for you, Alabama. All you have to do is take care of business in a 7 o'clock game. We're going to help you out, okay? Because we care about you. Yeah, what else? 7 o'clock, New Mexico at Texas A&M. Texas A&M's winning. New Mexico's terrible, 3-6. Spread's 18.5. Don't bet this game. Kevin Sumlin's typing up his resume as we speak. He's gone. He will not be the coach of Texas A&M next year. You can write that down. situations like that, I avoid those games. 18.5 is a good number if you want to bet it. I could see A&M winning by 20, 21 points, something like that. But I'm staying away from that one. And then Tennessee at Mizzou, the who cares game, the two of the worst teams in the Power 5. Tennessee at Missouri. Missouri favored by 11. Wow. Missouri favored by 11 in this game. Unreal. Missouri coming off that drubbing of Florida last week. Missouri just catching all these teams that don't care, ain't they? Catch Florida last week, catch Tennessee this week. Does Tennessee care about making a bowl game? I don't know. They make some money when they make a bowl game. They might need some of that money for Lyle's buyout. I don't know. But Tennessee's sitting on 4 wins with 3 games to go. So Tennessee would have to win 2 of its next 3 games just to become bowl eligible. They got Missouri, LSU, and Vandy. I'm telling you right now, I don't see them winning 2 of those 3. And I don't see them winning this week. I think Missouri wins this game. Not sure on the 11 points. You just don't know what you're getting with Tennessee's offense. I have no clue. They're just going to let John Kelly run the ball 40 times. They're going to let Guarantanum and Bay run and throw. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do. Defensively, will they be able to stop Drew Lock? And if that passing attack gets going, Missouri could win this game by 3 touchdowns, couldn't they? If I was going to bet this game, I'd take Mizzou and give the 11. I really would, but they're definitely winning this game. I don't see Tennessee winning. Anyway, video way too long. You're welcome. Yep, 20 minutes there, at least. More than that. Beep, 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 beep. Anyway, tomorrow I will do for you all the top 25 games, and there are some good ones. Notre Dame and Miami, TCU and Oklahoma. Who the Taters playing? I can't remember. Yep, Wisconsin's playing Iowa. Now, that'd be a good one. Of course, Iowa beat the bejesus out of Ohio State. Pretender! Yep, Ohio State, you've been exposed. Look, listen, Ohio State should be happy. Last year, they snuck into the playoff before they got exposed in front of, millions of people. This year, they got exposed on a random Saturday against Iowa when nobody was watching. So at least nobody, hardly anybody saw you crap to bed this year, Ohio State, whereas last year, everybody in America with a TV set was laughing at you. Anyway, exposed again, Ohio State pretender. Anyway, a lot of good top 25 games, and we'll talk about those tomorrow. Until then, though, if you can, and hopefully you can, phone a friend if you need to, I don't know, and figure out a way to have a great day and a good morning.